Hello and welcome to my Sims world where life is built off tests and cheats true, where you are simming with Game Haven X01. Yeah, we are in cast and today we are creating Dwight Connors. Dwight Connors is going to be a new sim to my Sims world. But I'm not going to really give him too much of a storyline because he's really kind of just like um, I don't know. We're here have a little storyline with the guys and everything, but today I am creating or trying to create a basketball court in my vanilla game. So remember vanilla is that I'm not gonna say base game, but I have a few add-ons and everything. So we're gonna kind of you know, give the idea of a basketball court. Hopefully, it gives the idea of a basketball court and a little restaurant and a eating area, along with some apartments on the property. So we're about just to figure out where we're gonna plot it down at, y'all. I mean, like, and since we got the fun park. I wanted it kind of to be near that and everything. So it looks like what's his name? Zest. I forgot his name, but he's not in the trailer, so we're going to use that property. So I'm going to do a testing sheet right here for money. We're going to go back. I forgot to get my sim, y'all. I forgot to get him. We're going to go back to the trailer. And we're going to use this light. Yeah, even though this is a nice little spot right here, I'm definitely going to save it to my gallery just because I do like the small trailer, the property and everything. So we're going to save it. Maybe we'll come back to it later on and able to use it somewhere else. But right now, this is the perfect spot for the basketball court and everything. So I'm going to try my best to give the idea. And one thing as I was doing this, I realized that um, they didn't have any balls in the game. I mean, not now like a basketball, soccer ball, beach ball, or anything. I guess you have to get maybe some add-ons to get that, some more add-ons. But I'm definitely going to look and see which add-on could I add to my game. Because, on the PS4, they don't have any mods or anything like that. So I kind of gotta be creative. Um, so, yes, on the outside, I use some half walls, very, very low, just to give that border appearance. I was thinking about using um, some flooring and everything, but it would take the whole square up. I didn't want that. I didn't want it to take the whole square up. I just needed to look very just like a line. And I left it a little. I left it open on one side, as you can see, just so they can be able to go in and out. So if I would have closed it all the way up, it I don't even think they'd be able to step over it. So right here I'm using a rug, just a regular rug in the, I don't know, should I say base game, original game or what? But yeah. So I tried to use also a platform. The platform did not work because I didn't want the platform to sit up high. So I put it really, down low, but then I couldn't get um, the trim on there. So I just went ahead with the rug and everything. And I used two of them. So now I'm going to create, I think this is like the half line. Is that what you call it? The half line? So yeah, let's move this rug over a little bit to kind of get it even. Yeah, so far it kind of reminds me of like a tennis court a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So I'm using like the half rug that you put at the door and just blowing it up. And this was like the color that I decided to use because it went well with what I was working with, you know? Maybe if you do want to try this into your game, like you could find, some other colors or whatever, but it just kind of went with what I had and everything. So I'm gonna also, since I don't have any goals or anything, I'm like, I gotta be creative, any hoops or whatever. So I'm like, okay, we got this trash can, we got this pot, I'm gonna go with the pot. The trash can was just a little too long when I blew it up. So the pot worked perfectly. And I just used some posts and put this up there. It gives the idea of a goal there. You know what I'm saying? And if you know anything about the urban area, you can sometimes find that, like a pot. Not, I'm not going to say a pot, but maybe like a basket or something like, that they create the hoop. You know, maybe later on I could go back and find something else that may fit a little bit better. Right here, I wanted the stairs and the sitting area. It kind of gave me the baseball feel, kind of like, or the park or something. But yeah, I kind of struggled right here to get it lined up, right, that it connected. But I eventually got it. And then to cover up the rug, you see how the rug is sticking out right here? I have to cover that up. So, with the flooring would not cover, go over the rug. So, I took another rug that kind of looks like it could be a pattern for the floor, or like a brick pattern. That's what I was looking for, a brick pattern. And I think that came with an add-on. So we're going to put these chairs here. I might even change the color chairs, but I kind of wanted that metal look, you know. If you ever been to a baseball game, or, a park that had the metal, aluminum looking sitting areas, like I'm not going to say, would you say bleachers? No. Yeah, maybe bleachers. And I just put a fence around it. Yeah, I was so happy that it came out. It was coming out looking like a basketball court, like an outdoor basketball court. And as you know, in my storyline, that at Beauty To Be, they are, Mr. Jenkins, is opening up a new part to the magazine, adding sports in there. So this is kind of like where I got the basketball idea from. Like, okay, I'm gonna add a little sports to the magazine and everything. Which I'm gonna add some other stuff to actually look like a basketball game. You'll see when we get to that part. But I'm definitely way ahead in this part. But I wanted to go ahead and see if I could, create something to like an introduction to the sports and everything. And Dwight is gonna be our residence here. So I definitely got to make some apartments for him. Well, he is the first resident. Some apartments to have him stay here and everything. So this right here is like a little restaurant, where if you're out there, playing ball and stuff, which you later on when we get to that part to see the guys come out here to play ball and everything, they're gonna go over and order some food and stuff, and sit and eat. Then we got an outdoor bathroom. I'm not gonna put too much stuff out here because the main attraction to this is the basketball court. I'm not gonna put any bowling, anything like that. Um, just a small restaurant, and we're gonna get a sim to actually work there. And then I'm gonna add other sims to kind of make it look populated. You know what I'm saying? That how the basketball court is. There's always someone out there. Unless it's cold outside, but still, you may find one or two people still out there. Yeah. So in our storyline, the magazine is gonna be bringing in some some sports players and everything. So I'm gonna try to create, some basketball, some celebrity basketball players. It's not gonna be many, but it's gonna be a few, maybe three that we're gonna have lined up for us to do, different uh, introduction, interviews with, and later on have them on the show, interview and everything, and to add to our magazine a little sports side. So it's not going to be like every month, maybe every month, because the issue for the magazine will come out maybe once every month. You know, but I'm gonna try my best because with just three, we don't see how it works out. I might add new ones. I may just revisit the same ones, but I'm not sure yet. So I know you're probably wondering, like, who would you have in there? Like, what basketball player? My son, he was like, "Mama, you should have LeBron James in there," and I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. I don't want to have any real people. I don't want to see them any real people." But he was like, "No, Mama, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay." And I was like, I don't know about that. I don't want to get no backlash and nothing like that. He come over to my sim story like, you created me as a sim. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This is the rugs that I use that are bricks. It gave the image of, the bricks on the ground and everything. Um, But yeah, when I blew them up, they some kind of laid over the platform. So I tried to see how that would look, but it looked tacky. It just made the whole thing look flat. So I went ahead and just put it in the front, and then I'm gonna line the whole area with these rugs, to kind of give the image, because I had to do the other side also, as you see. And so it didn't go down into the dirt. I had to, spread out the floor pattern. So I just used the same thing that I used on the basketball court. So yeah, and but yeah, I don't know about adding some real time basketball players. I don't know. I don't know. So if you don't see me add that, I may just I'm thinking in my mind that I'd rather just create a basketball player and give you the image of that basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Um, that you can relate, like, oh yeah, yeah, that's who that's supposed to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you know anything about basketball and everything. But yeah, and then my son, he's like, I'm gonna help you, Mama, to do cause I'm like, I don't know nothing about playing basketball or anything like that. So yeah, so when you see that part, don't be like, why you don't normally play NBA, girl? You good playing NBA? That is not me. That is not me. Okay. So yeah, I just outlined the whole court with it. Um, then I'm going to add some lights inside the actual goal to kind of give that feel of, if you ever at the basketball court at night and that street light that comes down and just lights up just that area of the basketball court. I wanted that street feel. I can remember being younger and everything and just remember how the basketball court was lit up like that. Running around playing with my friends and stuff like that. And, when the street lights came on, how it lit up. But yeah, yeah, I'm definitely so happy that it came out the way I was kind of hoping it would. So I don't have a basketball in the game, period. No ball whatsoever in the game. And I couldn't think of anything else to do, but I got some fruit. So what we're going to do is have him plant some tomatoes or some apples or something. I'm trying to see if there's any oranges in there, some fruit and everything. So we got this tomato, and it's just going to give us the impression of a ball sitting out there, because they can't really hoop like that. I mean, I could probably have them run around on the court a little bit and give you that idea, but maybe use some cap cut stickers or something to give you that idea of them carrying a basketball, holding a basketball, something like that. But so far, You know, that's all I had was a tomato, y'all, or an apple. So I went ahead and got started on the construction of the apartments. I left a little area off to the side because I'm like, I'm not gonna have too many apartments because I kind of want them um, to visit here. I don't want all the time when I come to the court. It's like really, really like a whole bunch of Sims and stuff like that. Um, so far I only have two apartments, but um, I left a little, yeah, and I put a parking spot. As you know, that I was, adding more cars and stuff and making it look populated, like people are there. But right in front of this parking lot on the side, right beside the apartments, I left that spot open, which I'm gonna go back and add some more apartments right there. So maybe two more. So if you see when I get further down into adding the mailboxes, you're gonna see that I added four mailboxes, and that's because I'm gonna make two more apartments off to the side. And this is gonna be like the parking lot, which I didn't have that much area, but I kind of used what was kind of left, to kind of get the image that the basketball court is occupied. It's like got people there playing and everything. And once I get the other Sims in here, you'll see them walking around, like if we visit and everything. Maybe get maybe get Enzo to come play ball or something. Get the idea that he's at the basketball court with Malcolm, and they're gonna play 1-on-1 or whatever. But yeah, and then you'll see how I'm gonna illustrate like the NBA, um, basketball, like a basketball game in there to give the image of them because I'm, kind of like creating them and in the game, also the NBA game. So yeah, and I think it's NBA 2K something, yeah. But you'll see. I definitely will have more info on the game and everything when we get to that point. But right now, I just want, like I said, I'm a little ahead. I just wanted to go ahead and get it down. And then we're going to come over here later on in the story and test it out. Y'all, I hope y'all like my build and everything. And get that idea of a basketball court. This is straight. It's definitely uh, street ball, This is definitely going to be street ball. Because with a basket up there for a goal and a tomato laid out. What is that? A beach ball? See, up here looks like it would be a basketball, sitting out there. But later on, as I was going through everything and unlocking hidden uh, things in the inventory and everything, I ran across a like a stack of sports gear. It's just like a stack of it, and it had a basketball in it. I was like, "Oh my goodness! Is there any way I could take it apart?" And but it's not. And you'll see that later on. But I just set it out there. I took away the tomato and set that out there, just to give the idea. So yeah, and then with the street lights, yeah, I was looking for just some regular street lights, which they don't have in the vanilla game, in my vanilla game. So I just blew up some ones that kind of look, gave the image of some street lights that you just find out at the basketball court and everything. I did want to use the ones that have the flower pot to them because it's kind of more like a part. This is more like a street type of a more urban area, you know. And I wanted to keep the urban feel. Is that the proper way of saying it? The urban feel. I'm gonna say street. I wanted to keep the street feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever been to um an area where they played street ball. Just really very what is the word? Very, to me it would be like a, yeah, let's move out. Let's move out. So yeah, I'm inside of the apartments and everything. And as I was figuring out how I'm gonna set the apartments up, because I had to put stairs in there, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be much, much smaller than I was anticipating that it was gonna be. But I'm gonna work it out. Like I said, I could only get two of them in here. I was thinking in my mind that I'm gonna split them um, and have four, you know. But I could still add two more levels to this building, which I might do. But I didn't want it to be like this big tall building just stacked up right there. But um, I might add two more levels to it and add two more apartments, or put it off to the side. When we come back around and everything, I definitely give you a tour then and see how I changed it up and everything. So, yeah, go ahead with this kitchen. And all the apartments are kind of gonna have the same build to them, the same structure and everything. Like I said, Dwight is our first. He is kind of gonna be like our first basketball player. Maybe should I make him a celebrity? Like one of our basketball players? I think so, yeah. I think so. I think that's what I want to do. First, I was just gonna have him just, work over at the restaurant, across the street. I mean, right here on on the lot. But I think I want him to be our first basketball player, you know? So Dwight Connors is what number should he be? In the game, in my vanilla game, I don't have any shirts that have numbers to them. I don't think so. I'm gonna go back and look. I didn't even really pay attention. I just kind of like, and when I made him, I was like, oh, he's just gonna be an occupant on the lot. He's gonna play basketball because somebody got to stay on the lot and everything. But I think I want to make him like one of our celebrity basketball players and everything. And yeah, probably everybody that's going to be on this lot will be basketball players. So, when we come to this lot, um, that's what it is. But yeah, and it's like a small little apartment, but we're gonna say like it's the high life, some high life apartments for the basketball players and everything. And later on, we may put them in a bigger home and put them all together. I don't know. But yeah, just know when we come here, if you don't see them included into the storyline, just know that they're still up here. But I'll take down a door in a minute from if from being at Beauty to Be, I took down some doors, and just in case if you don't see them in the storyline or wondering why they not coming down, they're upstairs. I just probably took off the door just to have maybe a one-on-one with the male Sims or something. As you know that I have already mentioned that Kai and Perry play basketball together and everything. So that's probably going to be the first people. Well, I'm not going to say the first, but the first part of the storyline. Other than this, of the moving in with the Sim, have the basketball players move in and everything. But I don't know if I'm going to include them. They might be out here on the court and everything, just walking around and stuff. But the storyline would be with Kai and Perry and everything. I think I'm gonna have them come out here, like to show that part, like of Kai telling Haley, me and him play ball together and everything. As in the last episode, he was actually asking Haley what was going on. That he was going to go over and stop by and see what Perry was up to. See, was he all right? What was going on? Why hasn't he seen him? Why haven't you came to the house to at least talk to my sister? So he's kind of, yeah, he's going to be the nosy big brother and everything and find out because he know Haley is not going to do it. Haley is not going to call. She's not going to admit that she's wrong. If she is wrong, she's not going to admit it or anything. And Kai's kind of, he like, I don't want to see them break up. I kind of like Perry. We play ball together and everything. I just want to make sure, if they over, they're over. But Haley is like, if I break up with him, you should break up with him too. You shouldn't even be his friend anymore. You should not even want to go and play basketball with him. Um, but Kai don't feel like it's over. He's like, even though you have this blind date to the celebrity event, it's just a date. It's just a plus one, so you don't have to be alone. You can come with someone and talk to them, and at least have a date. You don't look, as if you couldn't get a date or something. Um, and you definitely had someone to dance with and everything like that. But Haley, she's kind of like more feeling like everybody got something going on. Now Kai is going to culinary school. What am I gonna do? What should I do? I lost my job behind this guy and everything. What should I do now? So look forward to seeing Haley get into some things to help, uh, you know, get her career going. And I'm thinking about having her go over to Simpson's clothing store, but we have to see, y'all. We have to stay tuned to see. But Kai and Perry will probably be the first ones. So right now we just kind of see how everything is going with Dwight. Uh, Picked him out a little snack bag. We'll get him to watch a little TV, watch a little bit of sports. I don't know, in the. Yeah, he can get into his room fine. Yeah, I was worried about that because how I created the door area, I had to move the door over. But he's not gonna be able to get over there to his to that um little briefcase, closet briefcase. But it's okay. It's alright, yeah. We're working with this little bit of space. Let's see, get him to come in here and make something to eat. Just want to make sure that he's able to move around and stuff. And do y'all see the little clutter of basketball? I mean, a clutter of sports gear. Yeah, I'm gonna add one outside. So he definitely is not going to be alone here. I'm definitely going to add another sim off camera. I'm going to try to create the same sim over in the NBA game also. That way we could jump back and forth and give that idea of them being basketball, like famous basketball players or famous street ball players. We don't say street ball players um, because right now in the game, but then maybe have them, uh, have a big game or something, and then they in the game. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best. Like I said, my son is gonna help me and everything. So, yeah. So it seems like everything is working good here. He watching skating. Even Dwight's laughing that he's sitting up here watching. I would have the ice skating. Oh my goodness, he laughing about it too. He's like, I put it on that station. Waiting on the football game to come on. So, yeah, but he's really from right now. He really is not gonna have a storyline. We're gonna kind of work him into a storyline. Maybe when we get the guys to come over here to play ball, until it's time for Bridget and her crew to come out and do an interview. So, yeah, when we start getting into the sports part of our magazine, right now we still trying to get the Caliente sisters on the cover and get a brief introduction interview with them. If you know um, the last video from the actual event and everything, that Miss Eaton definitely got to the Caliente sisters with Dina. And Dina exchanged numbers with her. Like, girl, call me. We'll see what we work out. Okay? So, I'll see that tomato out there. I'm going to move it. And I'm going to put this, like, cluster of sports gear out there. Yeah. And that's the only thing I got, y'all. My gameplay is nothing but vanilla. That's it. But I think it works out good. I kind of blew it up a little bit, but maybe it's too. I put it back down to its regular size. Add some more windows, and then I'm gonna go ahead downstairs and fix up um, the the lobby area of the apartments and everything, and lobby office area, um, and what else that I did? Let me see. Oh, yeah, we're going to check out. Also, at the end of this video, we're going to definitely check out the surrounding area because I never actually been over here on this side. Um, yeah. So this is like my first time. So I'm definitely at the end of this video, I was definitely shocked. Like, oh my goodness, all this is out here. How do we get over here to see all this? So, yeah, put some lockers out here. Guys can put their things in, their wallets, their keys, um, shirts or whatever. And kind of give like an office library feel, like a lobby for them to chill. Get on the computers, little coffee area, um, and a sitting area, for guests that come over. If you want to sit and chill down in the lobby, you can. And like I said, there's only two apartments right now. That's the one that Dwight stays in and one upstairs. But I think I'm going to add a second, like two more levels. Um, or maybe one more level. Maybe one more level. I'm not really sure yet. And add another apartment. You know? Or maybe expand it off to the side and add two more. And this, I was like looking through my inventory, and I'm like, okay, I might could use this. I might could use this to give that more office feel, or lobby feel downstairs. Just like, yeah. I forgot to add the envelopes to show like some mail to let you know that this is. But you see the mailboxes. I think these mailboxes, ever since I seen these mailboxes, I would rather use these in my apartment. Normally, I just put out one. Um, but yeah, I think it's so cool that they just stick right onto the wall. It definitely gives that apartment feel. Then add a little bit of curtains, a little bit of trim, some security. Um, yeah. I probably put one more of these cluster of sports gear down there. maybe off to the side or something. And this is the apartment that is upstairs. I mean, the top floor. Um, and I just went ahead and set it up because, like I said, I'm gonna have my next sim come in and move in, and I definitely will videotape it and everything, and kind of like show the decoration of his apartment. And mostly it's going to be guys that stay here. I mean, the girls will come visit the guys at the basketball court when there's a street ball game or something. Um, but right now it's just going to be guys on the on this property so far. So the girls would just come visit. And as y'all can see from the outside view, Dwight is watching basketball. So I was just what like it's just something that you're able to watch sports in the game, but they other than the little pile of gear, that's like it. Like they don't have a little button that you could push, like to say for them to run with the ball, like actually have a single basketball, and then you like how the Sims run. They have an option where you could have them throw the ball into the hoop or something. Maybe not to actually run around and play basketball, but just throwing the ball in a hoop, you know, and an actual basketball. I think that would be definitely an idea. Dwight said he wish they had that too in there. It's like I want to get out there and play some ball. So let's see who's all this outside. I'm looking out the window like who is all these people? What they gather up over here for? Who is this? I don't even know who this is. Who is it? I don't know who that is. Who is this? Rosa. I think we've seen her before. Who's this? Alexa. Ah. Oh, that is my sim. That is Kelvin, y'all. Kelvin, yeah, and then we got Veronica, Ronica. You remember her? She is Haley's BFF. And this is Rebecca. I think I've seen her before too, over by the library. I mean, over by the culinary school. So where are they going? Are they hanging out? What's going on? Calvin, what is he doing? I know y'all stay over in the area. Oh, they doing the welcome wagon. Y'all ain't never seen them walk over to do the welcome wagon. I just happened to look out and see everybody over here like clustered up. I'm like, what is going on? So is Veronica coming over to do the welcome wagon too? Come on over, girl. Come on over. That's what it is, the welcome wagon, y'all. And then she got an old fruit cake. Hey, we don't like fruit cakes. We don't like fruit cakes. You should have came with a lemon pound cake or something. So we didn't have Dwight come downstairs. And yeah, we're not gonna invite him in or anything because he just moved in. He's not really expecting them and everything. He just moved in. He's just gotten settled in. And yeah, as you can see down below, he's not in a very good mood right now. Neither. He's like, what the heck do y'all want? But he's gonna be polite and everything and friendly because this is the first people that he's gonna meet. So let's do some get to know.
Fish Yikla! Yipa! You wanna Zomaz? Huh?
Alcor, you fog. Muska, yo Andrew. Jasapa Oxina. New lids. Yeah.
So let's do a cheat to get him. I'm gonna do a cheat to get him in a better mood because
Flarib,
you know
Flippin' Hebony.
he's looking really really bad right now. He's like I am uncomfortable.
Almost. Sick of foof.
So he's like yeah I'm a NBA player. Yeah, and he's
Skip
like, really? What
Connor.
team do you play for? Yeah, we get into that later on. It's like,
Gorbiff.
he's just telling some jokes.
Baribi?
Kelvin. And remember, Kelvin
Gamse,
was
Prahana.
Haley's date over
Waka
at
Zippas. Baribi
um
Damse.
at
Pardue
the celebrity
Signa.
event. And they also are workers at Say Yes to the Dress, which we
Sensei
will later on
Chori.
get into that too.
Yifka Bumzoi. Falanas Pitfall.
And that's kind of like our next
Yapa Brehe.
company that's coming up that's going to
Maru
be introduced.
Menu. Parkdom.
Say
Dinaya.
Yes to the Dress.
Cleva.
And it's going to be a wedding, like a
Weebak
wedding
P2O.
company and
Rope.
everything.
Che. Mal Spec. Chita. Zombie Nufa. One Che. Ah. Uri. Brabna.
Chamagra. Sublurf Baroda. Bruhana. Ulak Shusha. Yumful. Merkel
Yeah.
Yura?
Cha.
I don't know what they could be talking about. Y'all don't even have a storyline. But let's just say that they're just talking about basketball and his position of playing basketball. And, they decided that, some ballers are, some players are moving into the neighborhood and everything. So they're trying to figure out who else is coming to stay here. Honey, you didn't even give us our fruitcake. Who is this? That's in our home. We done talking for the day, honey. You should have came with them. Should have came with them. He's like, I'll talk to you later. But get ready, go ahead and go to sleep. And we don't have him come upstairs. We don't have him get ready for bed, really. I think, yeah, maybe I come out here and do a little bit more work. Let's see right here. Is this a soccer ball? He said, yeah, yeah. So even a soccer ball, I think they should have added like different balls, like a soccer ball, basketball, a volleyball. Maybe some like I mean they got a cluster of that, um, but something that could put on different spots. I definitely want to do a football field and also maybe do tennis. So if they would have had some tennis racks too, because I want my girls to play some tennis to get some exercise in, other than just going to the gym, but like an actual activity. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get some more stuff up and everything. Other than them just going to the gym. But maybe if they level up and uh, and exercising, maybe that will unlock a lot of those things. So I'm not really sure if that's already in the game and you just have to unlock it. Because I never seen this little cluster of stuff right here. That's basketball. I never seen that. So I'm like, did I unlock something by creating the basketball court? So I think I might have, yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to creating more things, you know. Even if they just stand around on the field. Just the idea of it. So he's making a TV dinner, a pasta dinner. Why is he holding it like know your plate hot? Come over here, sit down and eat. Dwight? Dwight, he hold his plate like So we don't get him to eat and go take a shower, brush his teeth, and then head off to bed, y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed this and can't wait till we actually get out here and get really more into this storyline over here and get them in the magazine, um, and everything. And see them come over to Beauty to Be for interviews and stuff. Y'all, I'm so excited right now. So, so excited. So remember, this is your first basketball player, Dwight Connors. Is it Dwight Connor or Dwight Connors? Yeah. And look forward to up and coming videos of other basketball players and everything that's going to be moving onto this very lot, and decorations of their apartments and everything. And what are they going to be doing? What could their storyline be other than basketball? Who could they meet? Who could they start dating? I mean, you never know. You know, especially with CC. CC might be looking for a baller, shot caller, 20-inch rims. It's getting late tonight. Okay, y'all. I am just tripping. But yeah, I definitely wanted to check out. I hung around here because I wanted to check out the night scenery to see how it would look outside his window at night, the basketball court, the area. And we're not in the city, we're in Oasis Springs. So I wanted to definitely see the night, how everything was gonna look. Um, and so we're gonna get him to read a little bit. We're gonna get him to level up on some handiness skills, level one, which is our introduction to handiness skills. So I want him to be able to fix everything. I'm not really sure what I want him other to get into, but I definitely wanted him to have some handiness skills. Um, and that's going to be like one of his qualities. We don't say maybe his parents, his dad or something, or some, I don't know what I want to add to his storyline, but I wanted him to get into something. Since we don't have no bar here or anything like that, he couldn't get into no mixologist, and then he's an athlete, so he's got to stay healthy and um, handling skills like he is more than just a baller. You know what I'm saying? So, or a player, basketball player. He is very educated too in different things. So we don't know, level him up and everything. I don't want him to level up in cooking like that because we already have Kai leveling up there. We already have our school started. We already have our students. Maybe further on down the line, once Kai graduates and everything, and become a big time chef, maybe we'll add him as a student there. Maybe and have him level up. You never know. But right now we have Kai that is, leveling up in that field. Um, so let's get him to level up in handiness and see what we can do. What we can create out of it. So we got Yan Wei Dreams. He's in photography. He has leveled up, I think level 7. Then we have Nate Wei. Nate Wei is in the tech guru. I think that's how you say it. And we're gonna get him leveled up. I'm not sure. I think he's on level 3. We're gonna get back around there and everything. Then we got Perry. He's an artist and he's leveling up in painting and everything. Then we got Kyle, of course, is leveling up in cooking. And let's see. So we're trying to see what we can get out of handiness. I don't know. This could lead to other things. And me being very creative and building something that after he retires from the NBA or street ball or whatever we gotta come up with, that he gets into a different career. Maybe start his own business and something. You never know. You never know. I don't know yet if it's going to be an NBA or if he's going to be an NBA player or a famous street player. Yeah. So, and I'm thinking, did we have, who else is leveling up? Oh, the chef. Chef is already at being the oh my goodness, what is it? Basically he's like the celebrity chef. And he's I think over level 10. He is in now making gourmet meals and everything, and he's leveling up there. He's pretty high now. He's pretty high. Executive cook. So he's pretty high right now, and we're trying to keep Kai kind of low. until we really get into school. And then, the school is kind of full. We got Alice there, Vivian there, Summer, and who else? And then we got Kai, of course, and then the chef. So, yeah, so we didn't kind of see what we can do. I don't know who's gonna be. Right now, Chef Ramsay, he is leveling up as the mixologist, but we gotta get somebody to level up to take that spot too. So when we have parties and stuff like that, we can invite them. We'll know exactly who our mixologist is gonna be and everything. Right now, only person we have is Chef Ramsay. Um, but we definitely got to get some more people to level up in that field. Um, and I hope y'all watch that episode of, seeing Chef Ramsay level up in the bonus clip of being a mixologist. Me trying to serve drinks. Me trying to be a server. The waitress and everything out there setting up drinks and stuff. It did not go well, y'all. But they went bad and everything. But I can't wait to host another event. You see our second apartment upstairs and everything. I'm going to go ahead and in the next video that we come back around, I'm going to definitely do another video where I'm going to add 2 more levels and make 2 more apartments, so we can get some more players over here. I want at least 4, and then everybody, we have Kai, um, Enzo, Malcolm, and who else? Who else, y'all? And Jan. But then we have Perry, we have Nate, we have so many people that can come and visit and, make it packed, like the guys hang out and everything. And then I cannot forget TC's boyfriend. We definitely got to get around there to get a storyline with them. And because I keep leaving him out and everything, I don't mean to leave him out. I see him around the neighborhood and everything, so we definitely gonna have to get around to get them out on a date or something. Um, and as you know from that last video, also that Enzo is wooing Gianna on a picnic, and y'all, it was so romantic. Oh my goodness, it's so romantic. Um, so yeah, but we gotta have some kind of drama in there. Cece not here for no reason. Cece want her man back, and she's been looking up on social media, and she's like, he's single, but he's really not single. He's looking elsewhere. So yeah. So here we are at that last bit of the video, yes, y'all. And now it's kind of, you see how at the goal it's kind of lit up. That's how I remembered, being a little kid and everything. Even my teenagers years hanging out at the basketball court with my friends and everything. I just can remember the goal being kind of lit up, the court being kind of lit up like that, just a little bit. Um, and then, everybody kind of just slowly start going home and everything. So, yeah. Um, we're going to go ahead and check out the area. We're going to get Dwight to go ahead and get some rest. You see how I left this area open? I can make maybe another set of apartments right here, or just, add 2 more levels. You know, I it's nice and lit up just like I wanted it, y'all. So let's go ahead and check out the area. Now I have never really been on this side, not this far down into this area. See? And right here by the bird on our left side, that's where Veronica stayed. And then a little bit, I think next door is where Kelvin stay. Y'all, I don't know what this is. Is this a factory? Can we get over there? Whose home is that? That's a home right there too. Y'all look out here in Oasis Springs. Yo, I did not know this was back here. Even this like dinosaur right here. What is this? A restaurant? what is this? How come we can't get over there? And it's all lit up. Oh my goodness, like a whole nother little city over here. Some restaurants and some other homes, y'all. Is these where they say them stay at that I be seeing wandering around in the in the neighborhood? Oh my goodness, but you can't go over there. I guess that's where they stay at. Hmm. So I think that's Kelvin's home right there that we're looking right at. And then on the right hand side now is right here is Ronica's place. That's where Haley was at. They had a sleepover. Yeah, and then that's Kelvin. I believe that's Kelvin. I think that's where I put him at. So yeah, I didn't know all this was back here. And there's a little lake right there. Oh, I wonder can we go over there and fish? I see some picnic areas right there. So y'all, we're at the end. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I definitely had so much fun creating and everything in build mode and in cast. So y'all stay tuned for more where you are simming with Game Haven XO1.